Red Flags: Why Xi's China is in Jeopardy. By George Magnus is a book that argues that while China's rise to global economic power has been impressive, the country is facing serious challenges that threaten its long-term stability. Magnus explores these challenges and argues that President Xi Jinping's authoritarian approach to governing is exacerbating them. Here are 5 key takeaways. 1. Debt is a major threat to China's economy. China's rapid economic growth has been fueled in large part by debt. Magnus argues that this debt, which is concentrated in the state-owned enterprise sector, poses a significant risk to the country's long-term economic stability. He warns that a debt crisis could lead to a major economic downturn and social unrest. 2. Xi's authoritarianism is hindering China's development. Magnus argues that Xi Jinping's authoritarian approach to governing is hindering China's development in a number of ways. He highlights the repression of civil society, the tightening of media controls, and the growing role of the Communist Party in every aspect of Chinese society as examples of how Xi's approach is stifling innovation and limiting individual freedom. 3. Demographics are a challenge for China. China's one-child policy, which was in place for decades, has resulted in an aging population. Magnus argues that this demographic challenge will have significant economic and social consequences for China in the coming years. He highlights the strain that an aging population will put on the country's healthcare system and the impact it will have on the labor force. 4. Environmental issues are a looming crisis. As China has become a global economic power, it has also become a major polluter. Magnus argues that the environmental consequences of China's rapid economic growth are already being felt, and that the country will face serious environmental challenges in the coming years. He highlights the impact on public health and the potential for social unrest that could result from environmental degradation. 5. China's relationship with the outside world is becoming more complicated. Magnus argues that Xi Jinping's approach to foreign policy is making China's relationship with the outside world more complicated. He highlights China's assertiveness in the South China Sea, its push for regional leadership through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, and its increasing trade tensions with the United States as examples of how China is becoming more of a geopolitical rival to established powers. Red Flags: Why Xi's China is in Jeopardy provides a thought-provoking analysis of the challenges that China is facing as it seeks to maintain its position as a global economic power. Magnus' analysis provides an important counterpoint to the commonly held belief that China's rise is inevitable and unstoppable. He argues that President Xi Jinping's approach to governance is exacerbating many of these challenges and that a change in course is necessary if China is to maintain stability in the long term.